You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Friday, the 26th of September. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather trending drier as we go through the weekend. And we're watching the tropics. What should be Imelda could possibly affect the South Atlantic coast early next week. So a lot of things to talk about this morning. Let's begin with the radar. And for those watching live, we are live at 5:20 this morning, and you can see rain is falling over parts of southeast Alabama. Places like Dothan, Geneva, Eufaula, getting some rain. Pretty decent thunderstorms over parts of the Florida Panhandle. In fact, let's take a look at the situation on the coast. Some good rain falling at Panama City Beach. Rain along 30A. Thunderstorms off in the Gulf. Got some rain falling at Navarre, just east of Pensacola. Alabama's Gulf Coast looking dry. And again, up in the southeastern part of Alabama, you can see that rain falling. Again, places like Eufaula, Phoenix City, Union Springs, Abbeville, Headland, Ozark, Enterprise. The rest of the state is dry to start the day, and that's where the better chance of rain will be today, the southeastern counties of the state, although we could see a few spotty showers statewide this afternoon. So there's the big picture. And again, we have a well-defined trough approaching the deep south. That thing will be just kind of slowly meandering through here. And there's the radar composite showing that rain over southeast Alabama. We got mostly upper 60s and low 70s to start the day. Highs will be in the 80s today. Around the nation, pretty quiet. There's the watch warning map. Got some fog issues up north. No organized severe storms other than a marginal risk over parts of southeast Arizona. And for the weekend, no organized severe thunderstorms tomorrow or Sunday. Rain for the next 7 days. Note the big numbers over North Carolina and southern Virginia. That's with a potential tropical system. But around here, just not a lot. Again, this is suggesting about a quarter inch from I-65 east. Hardly any rain for West Alabama. And we still need rain. This is the new drought monitor that was released yesterday. This product is released once a week on Thursday morning, and it's based on the data through Tuesday morning. So a lot of the rain that we saw in recent days not counted here, but still the screaming message is that we need rain. We have a severe drought defined for parts of Hale, Marengo, Perry, Dallas, Wilcox, and Clark counties in southwest Alabama, and for a small part of Lee and Chambers counties over in east Alabama. So let's discuss the tropics. First off, Gabrielle near the Azores, that's post-tropical. You can see by the appearance it's not a tropical cyclone anymore. We've got Hurricane Umberto, now a hurricane, and we've got Invest 94L that's still around Hispaniola. And as long as it's around that mountainous island, it's not going to get its act together. That's the 2-day outlook. This is the 7-day outlook, and you can see a high chance of 94L becoming Imelda. Here's a satellite view of the two twins out there. Hurricane Umberto is on the right. Invest 94L is on the left. And Umberto this morning with winds of 75 miles per hour. It became a hurricane early this morning. Should become a major hurricane. But it will not affect the United States directly. This will be splitting Bermuda and the east coast of the United States. Hurricane Center brings this thing up briefly to a Category 4 in 72 hours with 130 mile per hour winds, 60 to 72 hours. And then it begins to weaken as it passes west of Bermuda. And confidence is extremely high in the path here. Ensemble members are just tight as could be. North, northeast, out to sea, clear path. But this other deal, it's much more complicated. This is Invest 94L. And you kind of see this split camp. What's going to happen? The steering currents collapse out here as Umberto moves away from the region. And you've got some of the ensemble members want to show a hard right-hand turn with no landfall. Other members bring it up into South Carolina. Let's look at the European, which is typically pretty reliable, but it's kind of got the same concept here. It's got some of the members showing it slowing down, then taking a hard right-hand turn out to sea. You got a couple of members that bring it inland. The bottom line is it's simply too early to call. Let's look at the super ensemble plot. This takes the European, GFS Canadian, all the ensemble members. And you can see this kind of fork in the road here. And for the moment, the majority of the members bring it up toward the Carolinas. But a bunch of members do show this thing making a hard right-hand turn, going out to sea. So it's a little too early to call. Understand this thing does not have a center. It's not formed yet. We have no data from Hurricane Hunter reconnaissance aircraft, no drops-on data. And until all that happens, we just are not going to know. This is the wind guidance, and most members keep this thing a tropical storm. Conditions just don't favor this becoming a hurricane. It might become a Category 1, but most likely, if this comes up on the Carolinas, it will be mainly a big rainmaker with potential for freshwater flooding. And again, so our friends in the Carolinas will have to watch this thing pretty carefully. And remember, when you're looking at an Atlantic landfall, the big impact in terms of wind, rain, storm surge will be along and north of the circulation center. That's the onshore flow side. So from the landfall point north. But it could take that hard right-hand turn and not make landfall at all. But let's look at the European model fans. OZ run, 4 o'clock today. You can see that trough kind of almost cutting off into an upper low down through here. And with that colder air loft, that could kick off a few showers this afternoon. Let's go right to the high-resolution HER model, valid this evening at 6 o'clock. And again, you can see evidence of most of the scattered showers over the southeastern part of the state. However, there could be a few isolated showers up into northeast Alabama, but clearly the better chance of showers over south and east Alabama this afternoon. I think many high school stadiums dry tonight, not all, and highs today should be in the 80s. And tomorrow, the deeper moisture will be east of Alabama. But again, we've got this upper low that's nearby, so that might kick off a few small showers. That's 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. And again, not many. Chance of any one spot getting wet, I'd say, is only 10 to 15% on the eastern side of the state. And we've got, let's see, Alabama plays in Athens, Georgia, which is on that map. And you can see that things look pretty good for the ball game tomorrow night in Athens. We'll mention just the chance of a few isolated showers during the first half, but nothing widespread. So Sunday, I think, will be dry. Again, you might mention a tiny chance of a shower for the eastern side of the state, but no problem. Highs for the weekend will be in the 80s. Monday, here comes Imelda. Broad tropical storm, tropical depression, perhaps, that's well to the east of Melbourne, Florida, southeast of Charleston. And again, for Alabama, could there be a shower? Yes, on Monday, but most places will stay dry. Let's go to Tuesday. And again, our tropical system is getting close to the coast of South Carolina. And again, for Alabama, we'll have a northerly flow, and most likely Tuesday will be dry with the chance of a shower very small. But again, that's Tuesday afternoon, 4 o'clock, what would be Imelda, very close to Charleston. So let's go to Tuesday night at midnight. The thing just doesn't move. It just sits there. That's always fun when you've got a tropical system and the steering currents collapse and it's just offshore like that. So this is Wednesday, and it begins to jog a little to the east away from the coast, really jogging southeast. And again, for Alabama, mostly dry. And then on Thursday, it comes back toward Charleston. This is what happens when the steering currents totally collapse. This thing can do a loop-de-loop out there, and it creates great weeping and gnashing of teeth in weather offices. And then a week from today, this is Friday, October 3rd, the thing actually moves in. Around Hilton Head, Savannah is a broad tropical storm with maybe some decent rain for Georgia, but not for Alabama. Alabama's still dry. Good rains for the Carolinas as well. But remember, this is just one idea. Many of the ensemble members show it moving out without making landfall. We just don't know yet. Once this thing gets a center, we get the drops on data, confidence will be going up. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, October 5th. Got a little trough over southeastern Texas, but again, that looks rain-free for us. This is rain for the next 15 days. This is valid through the 11th of October. The mean between 1/2 and 1 inch. And remember, October is traditionally our driest month of the year here. Temperatures highs in the 80s through much of next week. But hey, look at the end of next week. Highs dropping in the 70s and lows in the 50s. Little good fall feel there. But still, if you're looking for that first big rush of cool air, no. This is the long-range guidance for October 3rd through October 9th. Temperatures will likely stay above average. Oh, man, what a rainbow there. We had some remarkable rainbows across parts of the state yesterday. The really impressive ones were up around the Shoals and Florence, about 6:30 yesterday. That's just gorgeous. Beautiful double rainbow, good clear view into that thing. That's outstanding. There's a look at the same rainbow as seen from the mighty Tennessee River. And after the rainbows, we had another remarkable sunset in the Alabama sky. Just gorgeous. That shot was taken down at Thomaston in Marengo County, but boy, the colors were just stunning. Boy, check that out. A purple sky there. But absolutely love it. Love that shot. That's the way to the rainbow. All right, so today I will be doing a weather program for a homeschool group in Oxford. This evening I'll be at Corner High School for the Friday night rivals game of the week. Jacksonville, the Golden Eagles, at the Corner Yellow Jackets. And that game will be on My 68 in the Birmingham market. I'll be on ABC 3340 from Corner High School at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. And don't forget, you can catch my forecast on great radio stations around the state daily, including in Birmingham, 98.7 KISS. Thanks for watching. Have a great Friday, and God bless.